What's up, everybody? Tom Leyden here. Westwood Living the Podcast. Want to introduce you to Michael Greene from J&L Energy. How you doing, Mike?
I'm great, thanks. How are you guys?
It's nice to chat with you, and I want to learn a little bit more about your business and kind of how it started and what you do. So let's do the what you do first, then we'll take a step back and learn a little bit more about how it started. So guide people through as they're getting to know you here, what it is J&L Energy does for them, because really you're in the business of trying to save people money long term.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're a weatherization company. We work with the Mass Save program, which is exclusive to Massachusetts residents. It's when National Grid, Eversource, Columbia Gas, what they do basically is every bill that they send to your house, there's a little grace area, like a slush fund almost, where they charge you maybe 50 cents extra, and they put that into a fund. And what they do is they give that back to you by insulating your house at a discounted rate or at a free rate, depending on your living situation.
So as a company, J&L Energy fills what role? Someone like I would call you to come assess my house, and then you take it from there. So just walk me through the process of what someone would have to do to benefit from what you can offer them.
Okay, so the typical call that I'll get is that someone will say, it's always drafty in my house. It's never quite that comfortable. I constantly hear the heat kicking on, kicking off, or the AC kicking on, kicking off. It seems like to keep the temperature where I'm comfortable at, it's constantly has to be running. Or they'll call and say something along the line of, my energy bill is through the roof. What can we do to help? And the answer is insulation in a lot of cases. So depending on when your house was built, back in the 80s, even early 90s, there wasn't much concern with insulation. But as, gas prices and heating prices increased and people became more green, minded and efficient, this really became an issue. So that's what we do. So we'll come in after the fact, after your house is already built, and we'll insulate your walls, your attic, your basement, your knee walls, anywhere that didn't get taken care of when the house was originally built, and all while you're currently living in there. So there's no need to move out or leave the house at all. We typically take a day or two to do all this work, depending on the size of your property. And people notice immediately that they don't hear the outside traffic or foot traffic or car traffic like they typically did. So obviously we fill the walls with the material that keeps the noise out. And they also see a big discount in their heating cost.
So you took us to the finish line, but where it starts is, someone can just have you come in and do the analysis, right?
Which is totally free.
Yeah, so talk about that.
Right. So you reach out as a customer. This is your right. You reach out. We come out. We give you an assessment of what we can do to help your situation, and there's no cost for that whatsoever. And if you decide to go with the work, that's fine. If you decide to pass on the work, that's fine. You completely run the show. So a lot of people will say, well, I want my attic done, but not my walls done. And ultimately it's your decision what we do. We just give you the advice and what we recommend and a little bit of education on it and how we can help. And ultimately the decision is yours.
So how did you start in this? What led you down this path?
I actually worked for a company when I was in my mid-20s. And I worked for a company. I was doing the jobs, and I liked how the work came. It came through the program, and I also liked what we were doing. We were helping people save money, and we were also helping the environment, and it all just made sense to me. I have a background in construction, and when I decided to get going on my own, I decided to go this route.
So where does J&L come from? What's J&L Energy mean?
So J&L is my son and my daughter's first letter from their name. So my son's name is Jack, and my daughter's name is Lyra. So J&L Energy,
When did this start? When did you start this company?
This one here we started about 2 years ago. Before that, we were Therm Pros, which was a different company. And then we just, through the trials and tribulations, we became J&L. We also have a company called Foam Busters, where we do private installation for like new construction and things like that the program won't cover, but we attempt to get everybody covered by the program if possible.
So you have an expertise that a lot of people don't have. I don't know the ins and outs of insulation, so I'm sure the technology has changed over the years. So when you go into a house, how much has it changed in the last 5-10 years where you can immediately identify that, you got to update this?
There's a lot to it. Yeah. So as we add insulation. We also have to ventilate to make sure that everything's safe in the house. So it's really a science. There's a lot to it, and it's proven to work. So what we'll do is and people will be surprised. We'll go into their house and we'll insulate their walls, and we start drilling our holes So that's typically what we do. We'll take the siding off on the outside, drill our holes from the outside, and fill the bays with our insulation from the outside. That's our goal, anyways. Occasionally we have to do it from the inside, but people are always shocked to find out they have no insulation in their walls whatsoever. So I mean, they go from nothing at all to an R20, R19, R20 in the walls, 49, 50 in the attic, which might not mean a lot to you guys, but that is it's a big improvement.
Yeah, you were just speaking Greek to me right
Yeah,
there. You were just talking terminology.
I got a little insulation.
Right?
Yeah,
you were just like under center calling audibles and expecting people to understand what the play call is there.
I tend to do
I
that.
have no
Excuse
idea
me.
what the hell you just said.
You'll see it in your bill, though. You will absolutely see it in your savings and your comfort level at your house, which is more important, I think,
Can I put you on the spot? And this may or may not be fair. You can tell me it's not fair, but just pick an average house and generally speaking, what you could save somebody on a monthly basis.
That's tough to say. The findings from Mass Save is about a third. So
Wow.
So I know that a friend, that I've constantly been in contact with, who was also a customer, but did his house last winter, and he saved 1.5 barrels of oil. So typically he burns, say, 3 barrels of oil. He only burnt 1.5 since we did our work the last winter season.
That's crazy. So 33%, what you're talking about is the concept of 4 months, in essence, for free.
That's a good way to look at it. So he cut his material cost in half. So yeah. But you really can't hold me to that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
everything varies.
Yeah.
Depending on what was in there. He was completely empty. Nothing in his attic, nothing in his basement, nothing in his walls. So we completely filled everything, and he's one of the success stories, I'd say. But everybody definitely sees some sort of result.
Nice. So what do you like to do for fun? No more business. What do you like to do? Go to games? Do you a big fan of the team?
Yeah. My kids play sports. I'm a big Boston sports fan. I like hockey's great right now. Who isn't a fan of the Bruins? They're killing it. Yeah, just I'm a dad of 2, so I'm a pretty much easy guy. I'll go home, hang with the kids, watch a little TV, and honestly, I like to work. I like to make people's living situations a little bit better, and it's just it's just all out there to help out people whatever way I can.
Where do you go? How far out does your business reach?
From one corner of Massachusetts to the other, basically. So we can go up to, from where our shop's in Canton, we can go all the way up to Western Mass, almost up to the New York border if necessary. So, yeah, no travel. There's nothing holding us back. We'll go wherever you are.
All right, so we're in the office right now, and where does it go from here? How do you grow? Where do you see yourself in 2-3 years?
So right now we're a 3-truck operation. I'd like to stay right around there, maybe 3-4 trucks. I feel the bigger you get, you kind of lose a little bit of the small business touch and the customer service end of things. So yeah, I'd like to stay right around where we're at. We just, we just strive to be the best. Currently, the program, all the contractors are broken into tier systems. Tier 1 being the best, Tier 3 being the worst. We're a Tier 1 contractor. I wouldn't want to do it if I wasn't anything other than a Tier 1 contractor because, we're working in people's houses and they're sanctuaries basically. So we really respect that area and do the best we can just to make sure that, we say it's free because there's no cost or it's, reduced pay, 75% if it's a single family. But, really you pay for it when you pay your bills. So it's a service everyone deserves and everyone needs. And I feel like everyone should get a fair shake and get a good company that really takes it serious. And I can honestly say that we're one of them.
Nice. So let's wrap it up this way. How do people find you? What's the number to call? You got a website, all that stuff?
Yeah, we have a web. So we're jandlenergy.ma. That's our website. Our office number is 781-428-3388. You reach out to us. and we can take it from there. We need a copy of your heating bill, your electrical bill, and then we pretty much, next time we see you is we'll come out to do an assessment, and then after that we'll be there to do the work.
Nice. That's Mike Greene from J&L Energy. Good luck. Great to
Thank you,
chat
sir.
with you.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you being on board with Westwood Living, and let's get this business booming, all right?
Let's go. Thank you.